We're just going to start every episode with laughter, right?
Like it's kind of natural thing for me.
Fair enough, same. Chalo, welcome back to Sonic Surge. This is episode
number 2.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
So what are we talking about?
Okay, first of all, अभी तक हमने first episode भी post नहीं करा है, and we are recording the second one, so we don't know
productivity.
exactly.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So we don't know how the response or whatever the things are अभी कैसा है, but yeah, we just because we yap a lot in general, like about bikes. That's why we are recording more.
Yes, sir. And that
was the
beach raat. So
yeah. Yeah, we were free. Also, this was one of the reasons we actually started this. कि you know हम in general बहुत बात करते हैं like bikes वगैरह के बारे में. Yeah, why not just have a podcast about it? So उससे content मिलता रहे.
Yeah.
And funny enough, आज जो रील पोस्ट करी है मोक्ष ने उस पे डार्क स्पेक्टर का लाइक आया है.
Randomly, very random. हम में से कोई भी फॉलोड नहीं है उससे. It's just hashtags or something worked out or something, I guess. It's great.
I think you reached his For You page.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. People want to know more about the Himalayan 450 dashboard. That's fun.
Actually, he owns an Himalayan 450 also.
That's why. That's why.
Yeah.
Hashtag Himalayan 450. हर वीडियो पे जाएगा. Yeah.
मैं तो ऑन भी नहीं करता तब भी डालता हूँ. Also, just got a good news that R1 is back.
Yamaha R1, the OG, is back. It's race spec only now, right?
Yeah, but only track.
What is up, Editor Moksh here. Small update received after recording the episode. It is track only because it doesn't meet the Euro 5 emission norms. There is a road legal variant for the United States. It currently does not meet BS 6.2 emission norms, so it's also going to be track only in India if it comes out for now.
But there is 100% possibility of getting the road legal bike also.
It's an R1 and it is no longer discontinued, right? It's an R1, Kevin. Come on, dude.
Yes. I am glad.
It is both of our dream bike, as far as I know.
Yeah, it's one of my dream bike, but it's not available in India at all. Yeah, it's just
लोग import करते
grey
हैं.
marketed.
Exactly. Yeah. Grey market is a thing here. Grey market is the thing here. But yeah, eventually, dude. Eventually. And the crazy thing is, the upload was made by Yamaha Europe. So the market in which the R1 was originally discontinued is the one that has brought it back. So hell yeah.
Yeah, I think they जब discontinue उन्होंने करा था तो like मेरा thought यही था, okay, they are going to update it and then put out a new one. That's why they are discontinuing it, because that's what the exact thing Suzuki did with the Hayabusa, with the Gen 2.
Yeah.
They discontinued it and they brought in the Gen 3. With the R1 new one, it has winglets and everything. It's basically they have made a MotoGP bike which you can buy.
Exactly. And that is actually happening a lot even in the car space. Have you heard about the RB17?
No, not really.
Okay, so Red Bull Hypercar has come out, which people can buy for track use only. It's the last Red Bull car designed by Adrian Newey. And now Adrian Newey has left Red Bull for Aston Martin. It's gonna be awesome. But yeah, it's basically a hypercar with the powertrain of an F1. And it's two-seater and it has air conditioning. So yeah, hell yeah. But track only.
Yeah, but like for us, it's very difficult to get a track bike.
Yeah, track bike or car. Track stuff is India problems. But ठीक है यार, eventually we'll get there.
Yeah.
Someday Budh International Circuit will be
cheaper, basically.
Yeah.
affordable to us.
We're talking
Uh,
about really expensive cars and bikes, and we can't even afford the track day.
yeah.
Yeah.
The only time I've been on track is when Yamaha is basically paying for the whole thing, and just
Yeah.
we have to pay 2,000 for the whole track, and we just get 3 laps basically. But it's
Man,
cool.
Yamaha is cool though, dude. Yamaha is a really cool company for
They're
doing that.
they're very dope, and they're dope because they are the only ones who are doing this shit in India, and not in just Delhi, other cities also they are doing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I think KTM has also done it before, but it hasn't happened since after COVID.
In BIC, they have not done that.
As far as I remember, there was one event right before COVID, like 2018,
Before COVID, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was not following those things before COVID. I got into it after COVID. After COVID, उन्होंने बस go karting tracks ही लिए हैं, the F11 one
Yeah.
in Noida.
But fun stuff,
Yeah,
man. Fun stuff. R1 is back. I'm happy to see
yeah,
that.
and few more things have happened. Basically, there is a new Triumph launch, new Revolt launch, and there's an update for the Triumph Speed Twin. Also, there has been an update and upgrade for the Apache RR310.
Yes, sir. And even that has winglets now, which is a
Yeah,
plague.
yeah. The Apache has winglets now.
For no reason.
For some reason. Okay, so what basically TVS has done that they have reworked the engine and power has gone up and torque has gone up.
Which is always
So
fun to
it's
hear.
like, yeah, it's 38 horsepower and 29 Newton meters now. And now there is also option of getting the bi-directional quick shifter. And
Yes, sir. But I think that's
Apache.
like 20,000 rupees or like 30,000 rupees more
Yeah,
expensive than the
yeah,
base.
25,000 rupees more expensive.
Yeah.
And there has been some cool race livery on it now.
In the build to order kits, right?
Yeah, so there is a dynamic pro kit and there is a dynamic kit. Basically, you have adjustable suspensions and brass coated chains. Also, you have wheelie control,
Nice.
slope dependent control, rear lift off, cornering traction control, cornering ABS. Everything has been added in those kits. And there is a so the livery, if you want, so there is a basically a track replica version. Basically, it looks like the track bikes,
Which is the
but it's
same one from
this.
the TVS Asia spec livery, right?
Yeah, the red and white one, not the
Yeah.
blue one.
Fair, fair.
So you can pay 7,000 more to get that. Basically,
Not
they
a
are giving out
not a bad
graphics.
offer.
Yeah, and you can also, and in those graphics, you can actually put your own number also,
Oh, sick, sick.
like a race number.
Nice. There's also
Officially
a
get.
transparent clutch cover now. Additional.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So in the outside fairings, they have made changes in the clutch cover, the engine cover, and added winglets for some reason.
Okay, let's have a discussion about winglets on bikes also today because I don't get it, dude. I just don't get it.
They are only usable if you're doing like actual racing.
Dude,
In
not even
like
actual
but
racing.
nobody's
Like,
doing that.
dude, not even actual racing. Like, you have to be at MotoGP speeds for winglets to be of
Yeah,
any
yeah,
use.
like
And
that.
even in
That's what I
MotoGP,
meant by actual racing.
there is
Yeah.
no utility outside of that.
Yeah, cornering does not really help. It just helps in like drag racing probably.
Probably drag
Nothing
racing.
else.
Yeah. But then again, that's what most of straight line squids are doing that only in India. हम
But
यमुना
nobody is
एक्सप्रेसवे
taking
पे
an Apache
जाके
there.
यमुना एक्सप्रेसवे bro. These are just for the people that are going to be racing the RC390s. That is the only reason.
Yeah, but like according to TVS, it gives a 3 kg downforce. So okay.
Same thing I said to Kevin before. Eat some spaghetti, you'll get that downforce.
But I really I don't like the look of the winglets at all on this bike.
Bro, I
It
feel
looks
like
shit.
if I were to get this, I would remove the winglets straight up, along with the tail tidy,
Yeah.
because what the fuck is that tail?
The tail is still fine. Like the design has been copied from a fucking Ducati
Yeah.
for always. So, or if even if it is not, even if it is been made by BMW or whatever shit, it looks like a Ducati. Okay, nobody can say anything about that. But yeah,
And we're gonna put up some graphics put up by TVS. They're gonna be available on the
yeah.
screen right now. So let us know what you think about this. I think the
In the
winglets are
comments, yeah.
useless, and I think Kevin agrees.
They look bad also.
Yeah.
Like अगर
Dude,
उनका कुछ
no.
काम भी होता तब भी
Dude, the winglet is
yeah
covering the E of the Apache. It's now just an Apache.
yes yes I'm just looking at that only on my phone and
TVS
it's
Apache.
above the fucking indicator.
Why, dude? Why?
Indicator लगा है गलत जगह पे भी नहीं and it's again the same fucking indicator which Apache sorry the KTM has. I don't know why everybody is putting the same indicator in the bikes.
Lazy parts sharing, dude.
Even Revolt has the same indicator, you know that?
I haven't heard of the new Revolt. That one I would like to hear more
Yeah.
about.
So they have Revolt has put out a commuter bike which मैं अभी भेजूंगा तेरे को.
Okay.
It's called the RV1.
Okay.
Not a lot of things have been shared about this, but it's basically a commuter bike. It's 85,000.
I guess this replaces
Extra.
the RV300, right? That was discontinued.
No, RV300. No, not exactly. Like numbers wise, it's still better,
Okay.
but price wise, yes.
Fair.
So basically, what Revolt has done is that the RV400, which they currently have, is fucking expensive as shit.
Yeah.
And this bike is kind of giving the same numbers to you, but at a very cheaper rate. And basically, it looks shittier.
Fair enough.
So the RV400 just looks better, but gives out the same numbers.
Does this have the speaker in the chassis for your
That they have.
knuckly engine noises?
They might have, because that is a Revolt thing
Yeah.
they put out, but I haven't seen or heard about that. But it's looking good. It's so they have RV1 and RV1 Plus. Basically, both have different ranges. Like one has 100 plus kilometers and one has 160 plus kilometers in one charge.
I mean, coming from a touring motorcycle, that still sounds like nothing. That's like one day's riding.
Exactly.
But
Yeah, but it's more for city commute for people who go to offices and shit.
makes sense, makes sense.
That is good. Like this is something which my dad would love to have.
Makes sense.
Because somebody who drives a Splendor every day, this is a way better option for them.
Right.
Because it's the same price and it's basically saving you money on petrol.
Yeah, zero fuel expenditure. That's sick, dude.
Yeah.
What's the
Pollution का
range
कुछ
of
फर्क नहीं पड़ता है.
what's the range of a Splendor?
Splendor gives like okay, so Splendors, according to how you use it, the minimum to minimum it can give is 60 kilometers per liter, and maximum it can give you 100 kilometers per liter.
And how many liters is the fuel tank of a Splendor?
I think 10.
Yeah, 10 liters for the Splendor Plus and 12 for the Super Splendor.
Mm.
Okay, that is a lot of range though, dude. Like for people that are commuting regularly, Delhi, Gurgaon, Noida to Gurgaon,
Yeah,
this is not gonna be
my
enough.
first bike had that. My first bike had that. So because I was ripping that shit every day, like
Yeah.
going 100 plus on the bike which has the limit there only, like
Yeah.
even after that the the mileage of my bike was 65.
Damn, dude. I haven't seen
That
that
is
number on anything.
so that
That's
is the only
wild.
good thing about commuter bikes actually,
Yeah.
that they give good mileage. But electrics are even better than that.
I mean, for
Like
kilometers per rupee, it's insane.
yeah, like my dad's electric scooty gives like in every charge it's not even 100 rupees वो भी नहीं लगते and literally 100 किलोमीटर चलती है वो
That's crazy.
in a charge.
That's crazy.
So it's good. And this one, the RV1 and RV1 Plus, it basically takes 0 to 80% charge in 1 hour. So that's good.
That's quick.
Yeah. Did you see the design of this bike?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. If for anyone that's watching the video stream of this podcast,
The
yeah,
pictures will be on the screen.
yeah, the pictures are going
Yeah.
to be on the screen, and if you see us looking to the side, we're looking at the pictures on another screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad. It looks okay. Like it looks like a commuter, pretty much.
Yeah, like I personally, if I actually don't have a crazy, budget and I want to get an electric, this is something which I would
This
get
is very decent.
as a daily. Yeah, as a
Like, dude,
daily.
I would definitely get this over an electric scooter, given my daily
Yeah.
riding style.
Yeah, and also this is actually cheaper than my dad's scooter, electric
This
scooter.
is cheaper than the Okinawa.
Yeah, this is cheaper. My Okinawa was like around 120
Oh, shit.
on road, and उसमें like 20,000 का government subsidy मिलती है. Cause actually, fun fact, if you buy any electric vehicle in India, you get a government subsidy, basically cash back. So according to how much you're spending, you get some percent of it as cash back from the government.
That's cool. That's cool.
Uh,
That's basically
so-
the opposite of the green tax with petrol vehicles.
yeah.
It's cool. They're stealing from the petrol people and they're giving to the electric people. That's dope.
Yeah, because they want to control the electric things.
Yeah.
And
Some Robin Hood
so
shit.
basically, yeah. So 120 की थी, हमें 20,000 cashback सब्सिडी में था, तो it was 1 lakh. This is like 85,000 ex showroom. So ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा 15,000 और लगेंगे इस पे, अगर RTO वगैरह कुछ भी लगेगा तो
And
10-15,000
उसका
और
भी like
लगेंगे.
government subsidy मान के चल लो तो यही होगा.
हाँ, तो यही प्राइस होगा, and this is giving more range actually
That's
than
cool.
my scooty. Yeah.
So what do you think, where do you think this will lie in the market compared to the electric scooters that are coming out right now? Like say Ather 450S or Ather Rista in comparison to that?
In comparison to that, so okay, one thing which I was curious about with this is the speed, top speed, because they have not given a figure about the top speed, or I have not seen any figure
Fair enough.
for the top speed.
What's the,
So,
where does the RV400 top out?
RV400 I think gives 80
Okay.
top speed. My scooty gives 60 top speed.
Okay.
So I think it will be somewhere between those only, either 60, 80, somewhere around that. But yeah, definitely Ather and Ola are definitely faster than these. And they have similar range, but they are just faster.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
So, like range in the lower segment of electric two-wheelers are kind of very much similar. It's just the top speed and the quality.
Right.
So, तुम
right.
कोई भी electric खरीद लो, that's why I got a fucking Chinese, because it's
More or less
cheaper,
the
but
same
it's-
thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
But dude, if the new Revolt is coming out at 85,000 rupees, that means we're getting cheaper EV batteries now, finally. The shit that they've been talking about for the last 5 years is happening now.
Yeah, that's the shift is happening currently, and I think the big change will come when we get high performance vehicles from electrics, which Ola is promising next year, which we talked about in the first episode.
Yeah.
So I think when those are coming out, then these ones have to get cheaper.
Yeah.
नहीं तो नहीं चलेगी इनकी market.
Makes sense.
नहीं तो इनकी मार्केट लिटरली इंडियन कार इलेक्ट्रिक इंडियन कार सीन की तरह बन जाएगी अभी थोड़ी लाइक फॉर एवर लाइक वेरी मच expensive for no reason.
But I mean, this is a good sign. This means that we might even start getting cheaper EV cars. Who knows?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
But उसमें competition होना चाहिए basically. Like right now there is a lot of two-wheeler competition.
Yeah.
Not enough in the four-wheeler market.
Yeah, like if anyone's not familiar with the Indian EV market, in the manufactured in India electric vehicles is kind of currently dominated by Tata. And because they have a monopoly
Tata.
on this, they can set whatever prices they want. So
Yeah, even Tesla is trying to work with them.
which is crazy to hear. Teslas aren't even reliable, dude. They're just fancy.
Yeah, I have seen Teslas here in Germany, but they are just nothing. I have seen them in Germany also. They are only meant for the foreign roads. They can't work in India at all.
Exactly. Dude, even if you look at how the Cybertruck is performing in like countries with very good roads, there's like noises coming when you steer it. Within the first 2 months, there's Elon Musk saying this is a toy. Why would you buy that?
अरे भाई
But EV car market is a little bit messed up right now. I would say globally, we have better hybrid cars than we have EV cars right now. But
hybrids are amazing.
hybrids are great. The F1 powertrain is hybrid right now. The turbo hybrid era is going on. It's awesome. But I'm really happy to see cool EV bikes coming out in India. And I'm happy to see that they're being manufactured in India. Like we have good performance stuff also. We have Ultraviolette. We have
I was going to talk about that because Ultraviolette is the company which sets the benchmark for the EV
exactly
two-wheelers in India. Like it's Indian company, if I'm right.
It is. It's
Ultraviolette
based
is
in
Indian.
based in. I'm just gonna double check. I don't want to spread misinformation. It's either based in Kerala or Bangalore. Hold on. Ultraviolette is based in Bangalore. I was correct. The second
Bangalore,
time.
yeah.
I was correct the second time. Most of these companies are South India based though. That much I know.
Yeah. You see, Ultraviolette is not a paired bike.
Yeah.
Like a sports bike, it's not a sports bike still. And a lot of people argue that it is not a super bike, even though it has good power figures.
I've had those discussions as well, man. It's
Because
I still see it as a electric super sport bike. I wouldn't call it a super bike, but super sport for sure.
Yeah. According to the performance level and the power output and everything which Ultraviolette F77 puts out is equivalent to a Pulsar RS200.
Yeah.
So, and Pulsar RS200 is a 200cc bike. It's not a super sport bike. That's why people don't see Ultraviolette as a super sports, because a 600cc bike would be considered. Maybe. Yeah, I would 100% consider a 600cc bike, but a lot of people who own 1000cc's, they don't.
Yeah.
But as far as electric goes, the power figures are amazing on that bike. Its pickup is fast as hell.
Instant torque. That's what gives it the super sport feels, right? Because you have the entire torque band available to you right from the get-go. And that's what makes even your very relaxed electric scooters feel fun to ride.
Ather is fucking amazing in that. Even Ola, like, they just go. You can't compare them with like your Ntorqs and Aprilias.
Yeah, dude.
Do you have any idea about what Mflux One was? The Mflux company. Have you ever heard? Okay, I need to tell you about it. Okay, it was a concept which was supposed to happen. It was a startup company, Mflux, Indian company. They were making a super bike, fully electric super sports bike. Actually, I'll just send you a picture on WhatsApp. Basically, Influx, if I remember it correctly, it was a Pune startup company, if I am not wrong. So basically, they started with a super sport project bike, and it was the first one in India, even before Ultraviolette got out. They were
Okay.
making it because I think of budget or some reason, like they had a running bike, but they just could not put it out.
Sheesh.
If you see the pictures, I've sent it to you on WhatsApp. It looks amazing. It is an amazing
Oh
bike.
shit, this one was made in India.
Yeah. It was out on Auto Expo also. उसकी ही pictures हैं ये. Auto Expo की pictures हैं.
And basically shut down क्यों हुआ फिर?
Because they could not basically put it out. They ran out of money or something. They could not make these bikes.
Dude, I had another thought. So, the power figures that you were telling me last episode about the Roadster Pro, they sound pretty similar to the power figures that Ultraviolette is claiming for the F99.
Yes, basically, Ola is making a competitor to the F77 and F99.
Now, F99 is track only.
Yeah, but F99 is a concept. It has not been put out.
There is some timer on their website saying 34 hours, by the way. So I don't know. There might be some news on that in 34 hours. But
Yeah,
if it is
maybe.
a competitor to the F99 concept, dude, what if the Roadster Pro ends up track only?
No, because they clearly said that it is road legal bike. Because
Okay.
basically, to get a road legal bike, it does not depend on the power figures or anything.
Yeah.
Because 1000 cc's exist.
Yeah.
The only thing you need to it to be road legal is you need mirrors, you need headlight, you need a dash,
And
you need
indicators and tail light.
indicators, tail light. Yeah, that is all you need.
Fair.
Basically, registration things
Fair.
and road legal things. Yeah. तो कोई भी बाइक को रोड लीगल बना सकते हो if it comes under okay, only thing which cannot be road legal because of speed reasons is like the H2R or like the older Hayabusas, the Gen 1s,
Yeah.
which were first made, like because they were off the charts. And then there was the gentleman's handshake
Agreement,
around the
yeah.
whole world, yeah, which that they can't make faster bikes than these.
Yeah. And
'Cause
then like
people
now
will-
we have bikes that are by software locked to those speeds, but like the engine
Yes.
is still capable of going faster. Which is where we get
Yeah.
into reflashed ECUs and we're still in a speed war. So I mean I would be lying if I said that the gentleman's agreement did anything to slow bikes down.
Well, it was for the companies, not for the people
Yeah,
outside the companies.
Exactly.
Not for the modders.
We still have tuners and modders, dude.
Yeah, drag racing exists
Hell
for
yeah.
that reason. That
Hell yeah.
exists for that reason.
And
But
dude, the Busa
on
is
the
the
road,
most
you can't do that.
modified. Busa is the most modified platform in the world.
It is the fastest bike for some reason. Like even the H2R can be beat by a turbocharged Busa,
Yes, sir.
which a lot of people do.
Yeah,
They
it's not
turbocharge Busas a
uncommon.
lot.
It's not uncommon at all.
Even India has turbocharged Busa.
Speaking of turbocharged bikes, I recently saw some video about a Turbo Interceptor 650. And
Why? Why?
that shit is properly
Oh.
quick, dude. That shit is properly quick. I will share that
Ah.
with you. It's some dude in the UK just wanted to turbocharge his Interceptor.
Oh
But
man.
yeah, people are doing wild stuff in the world of modification. So,
यार
which is
मेरा दिमाग में ये आता है मेरे दिमाग में ये आता है ऐसी बाइक को मॉड करने से अच्छा तुम महंगी बाइक खरीदो।
कैफे रेसर भाई, Cafe racer.
You can make an R1 also into a cafe racer, bhai.
Fair
You just
enough.
have to take the fairing out and put a headlight into it.
Yeah.
Because basic cafe racers start कैसे हुई थी? So cafe racers की story यही थी that it was all about modding the bike.
Yeah.
So they took the cheapest bike possible and modded the shit out of it, and that's how cafe racers were made. They were supposed to be fast and very light,
Yeah.
not like the fucking GT or Continental GT or some shit like heavy
Yeah.
as shit
And kind of
and like
slow.
yeah, slow.
But still,
It just the look is of a cafe racer, nothing else.
Continental GT still has the vibes though. I've ridden it. It's fun to ride. But
Yeah, definitely.
I do understand where you're coming from. It is not a true cafe racer at all.
Yeah, it just looks like one and feels like one. It's like
Yeah.
my bike. Like it looks and feels like an ADV. It's not.
But it's not. Nah, dude. When you get back, I want you to put some knobby tires and some new suspension on that bike. I wanna go fucking off road with you properly.
Okay, so I will tell you what my plan is. Um, have you seen the headlight part of my bike?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you take the headlight out, completely out.
Okay.
You
Okay.
just have the side fairing
Yeah.
and a metal plate in there,
Okay.
and two fog lights, and then you take the suspension, change that shit. That's what I'm going to do with my bike.
Fair. Okay.
Basically making it kind of a street fighter type of like street bike and motocross type bike.
And then Ladakh.
लद्दाख डेफिनेटली इवन लद्दाख तो उससे पहले भी करने का
हाँ.
प्लान है मेरा. लाइक लद्दाख तो मैं R15 भी कर लूंगा, मेरे कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है.
Nice. Nice.
I have the guts to do that because I have been to the mountains on the R15 and लोग
It
हायाबुसा
works.
पे भी गए हैं तो फर्क नहीं पड़ता.
See, but the
लोग
reason I would
फरारी ले जा
say,
चुके हैं लद्दाख में.
हाँ, bro, I get that. But the reason that I would say that, dude, take an ADV up there. If you have the capability to go off road, it is a completely different experience.
Oh, my bike is already capable of doing that.
Fair enough.
Like I have taken that bike off road. It works.
Okay.
It works as an ADV. It's just you have to get used to the suspension, which I am very used to because I'm been riding it for 2 years.
Fair.
Like even the track which we were seeing today.
Yansh. The
Yeah,
motocross one.
that track is very easy for my bike. Like
Okay.
I can do the track.
Alright. Sick. Okay, then we have a plan as soon as you're back, at least.
I have okay. If Berlin did not happen, if Berlin was like a no-go for this year, we were going to Ladakh. Right?
Yeah, dude.
There was full plans of doing that shit. But yeah, like
But koi nahi,
this
now
happened.
Ladakh
So,
2025 is okay. We have time.
yeah, cause okay, basically last year मेरे cousins सारे गए थे to Ladakh, but they went by cars.
That's not fun.
Which is they are all mostly car guys, like all of other people in my family. Even my cousin who owns the R15 is
Yeah.
more of a car guy. So yeah, and my chacha is actually used to be a bike guy a lot. If you,
Nice.
I don't think you know about, but he was the dude who was the first one to get a sports bike in my family. He had the R15 V2 and he
Oh, nice.
completely modded that shit. If I can
Sick.
find pictures of that, I might send it to put it out. Basically, he blacked out the whole bike and put MotoGP stickers and shit, everything. It was the most cleanest bike I've ever seen.
Hell yeah.
And Yeah, so he basically had back injuries, and because you have to sit very like committed in the
Yeah.
R5, so उनकी back pain होता था, and basically he is overweight. So उनके लिए it's kind of,
Became harder over
very
time.
difficult. Yeah. So he had, and he also had accidents. So he has basically he cannot grab the
Oh no.
handlebar, so he can't basically. So it's like these two fingers. I think he can, but he can't sense anything because his nerves are not there, like they're like it has been surgically put like artificial nerves. So he can use it, but he can't sense these two fingers, I think.
Damn.
So yeah, he does not ride a bike now. He can't. He wants to again get into biking, but he wants to get a more calmer bike like mine. But he basically was also a car guy, so he more travels more into car now. So he has a Tata Hexa, which is
Okay.
like a small truck.
Yeah.
So that's what they took to Ladakh,
The Hexa, I
and
think, is the last real SUV they made.
yeah,
Yeah, because
that is the biggest Tata car I think they
yeah,
have.
at least currently available.
Yeah,
Because the Harrier and the Safari, bro, they're hatchbacks that have been given steroids. So
yeah.
I wouldn't call those
Safari
cars
is capable.
SUVs.
Safari is
Safari,
capable, but
the
Hexa
old
is better.
Safari, the old Safari is capable. The
Old Safari is
current Safari is
it's just
front wheel
slow.
drive, dude. You can't have a
Uh,
front wheel drive SUV. Don't call that shit an SUV, dude.
it. Yeah. So and they took one Hexa and they took one Creta. So they rented a Creta also because there were more people.
Right.
I could not go because I basically got a job just a month before, and I can't take leaves or anything, and
Man.
I could not afford it at that time also. So yeah, I could not go, but I'm glad actually because they went by cars, and I don't want to go to Ladakh by a car at
Yeah,
all.
dude, no. We had this discussion last time. I can't even imagine going up anymore to like higher places in Himachal by car. The farthest I am willing to go by car now is Uttarakhand. And
It's Rishikesh, bhai. It's Rishikesh.
exactly, Rishikesh, Nainital, and if you want to do something more fun than Nainital, Nokuchiatal, that's a fun area.
Yeah.
Even Nokuchiatal, I would prefer to go on a motorcycle. Although I've gone there in a car and it's doable, but motorcycle is the way to go, man. There are trails there, there's fun trails. You don't want a car there.
Exactly, man. And I really want to go out more with my bike. And going forward, I want to shoot content more also.
Yes,
So
sir.
going outside of Delhi is 100% thing which you need to do.
Yes, sir. We were just discussing recently Bathu Kiladi. That's a place.
Yes.
That's a place in near Jagnoli in Himachal Pradesh, and it's like Chota Ladakh. Very very beautiful. It's got massive lake, massive reservoir from a dam that kind of I think ended up overflowing at some point in the 70s, and it created a still water area which has now submerged temples that were there, and it looks beautiful. Looks beautiful. I haven't been there. I want to go. It's 9.5 hours away from Delhi.
Yeah, I also saw that on Instagram. Before you sent me, I saw a reel, I think. In my cousins के group में ही somebody sent it because they have went to Ladakh, and it's like उस group में हम भेजते रहते हैं to go on to कि next trip कब होना चाहिए, because we recently went to Vietnam. I went
Yeah.
with those guys only. So yeah, I saw that and it was like it looked pretty cool, and it's something which I would like to go.
Hell yeah.
somewhere.
And I was checking the route. Right after Chandigarh, good twisties begin. So it
Yes,
definitely will be
yes.
a fun ride there.
Chandigarh is a maniac place.
Yeah.
Because police भाई वहाँ की पुलिस खतरनाक है.
एंड क्रेजीली इनफ दिल्ली की सबसे फैंसी कार्स जो हैं सब चंडीगढ़ में रजिस्टर्ड हैं. CH01.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's just cheaper to register there.
Yeah, it's cheaper to register anything outside of Delhi actually.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people do UP registrations on their bikes.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that's why I have a HR number plate on mine, dude.
Yeah.
Gurgaon boy.
The first time I saw, I was like, ये गुड़गांव में रहता है क्या? That's why we were confused. Me and Varun were confused कि you live in Gurgaon or in Delhi. हमें समझ नहीं आया.
Both. I'll just say both. For legal reasons, I live in Gurgaon.
Yeah, you have a house in Gurgaon. You have a house.
Yeah. So like my family is kind of scattered between Delhi and Gurgaon. So yeah, I would say both places.
It is 100% legal only.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for legal reasons, Gurgaon.
Yeah, that is good, bhai. Because even if you have that, getting a license is also easier.
I got my license in Delhi because I didn't want to go the easy way.
Yeah.
But nah,
Same. I was not
definitely
scared
easier.
to get the license. Yeah.
Exactly.
I was up for it.
Exactly. I like a
तो
challenge.
कोई problem नहीं.
And it wasn't even that much of a challenge.
It's not a challenge at all.
You go there, indicate. You have your license. You're done.
I mean, India has the easiest driving test in the whole world, according to me.
Yeah, dude. And you can literally do your test on a scooter and then you can go buy yourself a pani gale. It's absurd.
Yeah.
It's absurd. We don't have different tiers of licenses for different tiers of
We don't.
two-wheelers.
We just have a license.
We have
बस
two-wheeler
license
license. There's motorcycle with gear. There's motorcycle without
and
gear.
without a gear.
So
बस.
if you just get MCWG, you can ride any motorcycle legally in this country, which should not be
Exactly.
the case. Because that's
मैं
how chapri culture
LML
comes about.
या मैं एक LML के स्कूटर पे जाके गियर वाला लाइसेंस ले सकता हूँ और अगले ही दिन मैं हायाबुसा खरीद लूँ. Does not matter.
Exactly.
If you have a license, you just have a license. Even in America, they don't have these rules. Like it's like India. Like you get a license, you can buy whatever the fuck you want. And I see here people driving in Berlin, and it's like crazy rules.
Dude, I think up to a certain age or experience level, you can't have anything more than a 400 or a 450cc motorcycle. It's either locked to cc or it's locked to 40 bhp.
Yeah. There are rules in Europe.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, I think here it's like the first test you clear, you just can get a scooter.
Yeah.
Like a 50 or 100 or 125cc scooter or a bike, nothing above that, and then you have to drive it for a particular amount of time. उसके बाद तुम्हें next level पे जा सकते हो. It is something like that. So it's according to time and the power figures.
So the minimum age is 15 for the
because you can
license
get
that you were talking
50cc
about.
scooters.
Yeah, for the 50cc scooters.
You can get.
You can get AM, which is the scooters and shit. A1, light motorcycles with a cylinder capacity of up to 125cc, power rating of less than 11 kilowatts. A2 is kind of where we hang out with our bikes and the kind of bikes that we're looking at. So power rating of less than 35 kilowatts. A license for heavy motorcycles without power restrictions. So that's your 1000cc and stuff. So I think the Aprilia RS457 is the highest A2 license compliant motorcycle you can get at
Yes,
47
yes,
bhp. Anything above that, you need to
yes.
get a license, which,
A license.
yeah, anything 500cc and above, basically, you're gonna need your full A heavy motorcycle license in Europe. I think that's a
Yeah.
very good system. I think that's a very
It
good
is
system.
for for safety reasons it's good. But yeah, Europe is the hardest.
Japan has a good happy medium. So you have to get a second license to get anything above 700cc.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
And
Because here
that
it's
second
like
license test is actually difficult. So it's good.
that's understandable.
Yeah, it's skill based test at that point.
People here are actually driving very safe, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen any cop stop a motorcycle for loud exhaust at all. That is one thing which I like about this
That's
place.
beautiful.
कि अरे आपका एग्जॉस्ट इतनी तेज आवाज मार रहा है, अरे किसी को लंड फर्क नहीं पड़ता.
Acha, okay, there is one more rule in the European two-wheeler license. Minimum age is 15 for the AM license, a 50cc one, but you have to be over 18 if you want to carry a passenger with you.
Oh yeah, that is good.
Which is also a good rule. That's a good rule.
That is acceptable.
Dude, if we had a similar...
Better than our...
Exactly, if we had a similar setup, AM license leke, I could have gone to school on a small capacity motorcycle. That would have been sick. That would have been cool.
Like, okay, so India में एक rule है.
हाँ.
You can drive a scooter in India without a license which is under 100 cc's.
Okay.
But in India, it does not exist. The smallest scooter you can have is a 110cc, which is an Activa.
And now the Jupiter 110 also.
Yes, every scooty is a 110cc or a 125cc.
There's no
You don't have
50cc mopeds or anything.
No. Even the heavy duty is 125cc.
Oh, dude.
Like the mopeds are 125cc.
That is sad.
So that is where the electric market came in.
Okay.
The electric which I owned at the age of 16
Yeah.
didn't need a license or registration because it was, according to these norms, not fast enough.
So it was legal for you to ride that before you got your license.
Yes.
Okay.
That's why I had that.
And that's why you said it on the podcast, Kevin. That's why you said it on the podcast.
Yes, it is legal. 100% legal to have that.
Great.
Because मेरे डैड ने एक्चुअली दिलाई भी मेरे को वो पर्टिकुलर स्कूटी इसीलिए ही थी बिकॉज वो लीगल थी. लाइक माय डैड वाज लाइक कि तेरे को मैं और कुछ दिलाऊंगा ही नहीं अंटिल यू गेट योर लाइसेंस. तो तब तक मैंने 2 साल तक इसलिए ही वही स्कूटी चलाई थी बिकॉज वो 35 की स्पीड से ऊपर जाती ही नहीं थी.
Nice.
And I have been stopped by police multiple times. Multiple times कि भाई तुम्हारे नंबर प्लेट नहीं लगी है, नंबर प्लेट नहीं लगी है. अच्छा छोड़ा, हेलमेट कहाँ है तुम्हारा? So you don't, it's okay, I can go faster on a cycle
wow.
than that scooty. ठीक है, so you don't really need a helmet in that shit.
That's great.
So
I mean, to be fair, I use helmets on bicycles also. Good practice to have. Generally, given our road conditions, it's not even your fault most of the time. You need a fucking helmet, Kevin. लोग कहीं से भी आ जाते हैं, लोग कुछ भी कर जाते हैं.
Yeah, okay, so मैं बताता हूँ मेरा क्या सीन था. So I live in Old Delhi. Old Delhi में roads है ही नहीं. Like roads नहीं हैं. It's just crowd.
Fair.
ठीक है. So if I'm going just like around my house, so I'm not wearing a helmet, bro.
Fair.
And even on a scooty which does not go above 35.
Makes sense. Makes sense. उस condition में makes sense.
उसी कंडीशन में पुलिस ने रोका है मेरे को.
यार मेरे घर के आसपास I have seen some shit happen even on like even in neighborhood roads.
You have good roads, that's why,
Yeah,
because you have a society. Like
yeah,
I live in a place which is galiyan,
yeah.
like patli galiyan. So that is the condition is different.
Fair.
If
Now see,
because
but that's
मेरी भी
why
हमेशा से
I started off with full helmet all the time. I never had a
हम्म,
phase where I've never ridden a motorcycle without a helmet, dude. I'm that
या
guy.
अगर ओके सो अगर मेरी भी हैबिट यही रही है हमेशा से बिकॉज आई हैव ऑलवेज बीन अबाउट लाइक आई एम द मोस्ट सेफ्टी गाय इन माय house other than my dad. Like
Yeah.
my dad is there, but for some reason he's like always up for a helmet, but a half face because he doesn't like a full face. पता नहीं for some reason.
The
But
same
other
घुटन
than
घुटन
him,
महसूस होती है.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So other than that, I am the only person who is always talking about हम helmet कैसे होने चाहिए, gear ये वो gloves gloves. I got my cousin also into it who owns the R15 key. You should get this helmet or that
Yeah.
gloves. तो मैं अगर घर के पास अगर मैं मेन रोड पे भी जा रहा हूँ तो मैं हेलमेट जरूर पहनूंगा.
Huh. Makes sense. Hydration break. Let's go.
With water break. And yeah, I also got Ayush into it and Vasu into it. I have gotten them good helmets because these helmets are cool looking.
Yeah. Axor for the win, dude. Let's go.
Yeah,
But dude, I'm glad that Axor helmets are rated ECE, DOT, and ISI. Like, it's good to
I
have
had to do
helmets.
that.
It's good to have helmets in that price range that have ECE rating. So it's nice to see.
Yeah, I think that's why Exor is very successful in our country
Yeah.
because finding those quality helmets in that price is amazing.
Yeah.
Other than that, if anyone ever wants to get like a beginner helmet also, like somebody who can't really afford Exor also, because most of them are like, okay, minimum I think is like 3,500 for an Exor. So
Yeah.
if anybody wants to get a good helmet for like good price and like which has at least minimum a DOT certification, it's either Steelbird, Vega or Studs. These three companies are the best.
Right.
Personally I like Vega the most because it has a helmet called Bolt,
Mhm.
which has different designs and everything, which I also own. I got Ayush that, I got Vasu that, and in I think Studs there is Thunder, which I recently got for my sister
Mm-hmm.
because वो भी half face helmet पहनती थी, and one day basically she and my mom slipped on a small oil leak on a road,
Okay.
like 10 की स्पीड पे
And
स्कूटी
this
से
was
they
on
slept.
scooter, yeah. ठीक है.
Yeah, so basically because it was a half face helmet, she got
Impact
hit
zone
on
पे.
her. Yeah,
Fuck, dude.
so मैंने full face helmet दिलवाया उसको Thunder.
Nice. Nice.
That's good.
Yeah, see, DOT rating means nothing to me. DOT rating
DOT
is.
basically means you can helmet in a track. It is track certified.
See, but DOT is also very. It's not tested by anyone other than the helmet manufacturer. The DOT rating to me is trust me, bro.
हाँ.
ECE ठीक है, हमने कहीं भेजा है, हमें वहां से बताया गया है कि ये सेफ है. ISIS ठुल्लो ने रोक लिया तो तुम सेफ हो. Right.
Yes.
And ISI,
That
bro,
is true.
you can wear a hat with a shell on it, and that will be ISI rated. So,
कटोरा पहन सकता
भाई,
भाई.
exactly, भाई. तो don't even look at ISI ratings. If you have just an ISI rated helmet, test it yourself.
You don't have a helmet.
Bro,
You don't have
bang that helmet on a fucking wall and make sure that your helmet is good. Your wall should break
You can
before your helmet.
you can stomp on it. You can stomp on it and break it actually.
Yeah, yeah,
That has been tested by a lot of people.
exactly. And it's still
You can
ISI
literally
rating.
break it with your leg.
So ISI rating means
Yeah.
nothing. DOT rating, if it has been tested properly by the company that's claiming the DOT rating, it is good. But most often, DOT just means trust me, bro. Right? Because
Yeah.
DOT rating will be random checks on random helmet manufacturers, and they will let basically anyone through with a DOT rating that applies for it. Right? It's a self-certified rating. I don't trust that. ECE, I do trust. ECE is where you're actually starting to get into properly safe helmets.
Mm.
So yeah,
But that's why I've recommended Vega, because Vega is actually tied up with Exor.
makes sense. That makes sense.
So yeah, so basically what Exor did was the same thing, which like they are designed in Italy, while exclusively promoted by the pioneers of the industry, Vega India. Yeah,
Makes sense.
so they are being promoted by Vega. So basically, they have
A
a
tie.
tie of some kind. Yeah,
So yeah, if
and
trusted helmet manufacturers, who you should go for. I made a mistake in my helmet journey in the beginning. I
Oh,
got a
man.
Royal Enfield helmet. Thankfully, I got the Royal Enfield Escapade, which is one of their safer helmets. But nah,
it's not there. Yeah.
it's not up there with your ECE certified helmets and your ECE, DOT, and ISI. If you have all three, you're golden. You're golden. So
Yeah, like my helmet, Penny's helmet, and Varun's helmet have that.
exactly, and even Krish's helmet.
Even I think Krish's helmet
Yeah,
also has
MT
that.
Thunder
Yeah,
3. That's a
MP. Yeah.
damn good helmet. I'm also looking at other off-roading helmets because the Escapade, I like the peaked sun visor. So I'm looking at off-roading helmets from LS2 and from MT. So LS2 also makes some really good helmets that have all three ratings.
LS2 makes good helmets, but they are expensive as fuck.
They are expensive as fuck.
That's the thing.
They have
Because I
the
think LS2
cheapest
is a
helmets.
European company. It's a European company.
I am not sure. I will have to double check.
Because
on that.
a lot of people here in Germany have LS2s.
Fair
And
enough.
if in their official website, it's like in dollars or euros.
Okay.
Like it's never in rupees.
Yeah. LS2 is European. So LS2, I think the cheapest helmets that you can buy from LS2 are in the 8 to 10,000 price range in India.
Yeah.
So if
And
you're-
they very bland and
I want a
not good
bland,
design.
I want a bland looking helmet, bro. I like stickering my shit up. I like doing custom liveries.
you should look at the exhaust, which they have put out solid color exhausts.
Okay. Same Apex.
I think they have. Wait, I will check because I think it was Apex, but I think they have put it out in different ones. The
Okay,
models.
I see a solid colored Axor Apex and a Retro Moto X. But anyway, coming back to the DOT certification, the ISI and DOT only is the reason I don't really trust Steelbird helmets that much, for example. Because they feel cheaply built and they still have those ratings. So I don't know what's up with that.
Okay, Steelbird. I don't know, but the studs Thunder is exactly how Vega Bolt is.
Fair.
So that is the only studs helmet which I like.
Yeah.
Steelbird, I don't really like
Dude,
a lot of
Steelbird,
things.
I've had some friends that have used Steelbird helmets in the past and they haven't felt really high quality.
Yeah, like my brother also has one. So he gave me one for my mom because she needed a full face helmet. It's okay, Like,
It's better than having a half face helmet for sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. That reason, if you are like someone like my mom, for them it's good because they are not driving over 50
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
So for them it's good. For us, definitely not.
God.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
It's shit.
Dude, because already if you're riding at over the speeds of say 90 to 110, helmets will already be doing very little if you just come to a direct stop from that. Now, if you are going through with progressive braking and you're slowing down before you crash and then you crash, the least that you want to have is a good full face helmet. But ideally, you want ISI, ECE, and DOT. DOT for your
Yes.
track certification, ECE for your safety, and ISI for thulle.
Police.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically. This is the trifecta. If you're looking at helmets in India, try to make sure they have all three of these, but at least ISI and ECE if you ride fast, at least ISI if you don't want to get caught by cops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of helmets have that, so you have
Yeah.
a lot of options actually. Okay, now one thing which we forgot to talk about,
Oh yeah.
and we went on a tangent about fucking helmet.
Nice.
So there is another new launch which is known as the Speed T4
Oh yes.
Triumph.
Oh
Speed
yes.
T4.
The Bajajification of Triumph.
So basically, what did Triumph do is they took the Speed 400, they downgraded it and made it cheaper. So it is
Yeah.
more affordable. It produces less power and basically gives you more mileage, more reliability now. So more people can buy the same bike for
Cheaper, basically.
for a cheaper price, and
Yeah.
they just get less options. So like they don't get ride by wire.
Yes, a
If I
cable
am
throttle now. On the
Yeah,
Speed T4 it's a
it's
cable throttle. You
cable
also
throttle.
your suspension instead of having upside down forks, it's regular telescopic forks on it.
It's a telescopic for and also like they don't have traction control. Also, I think has been removed.
Right.
Um,
Does the Speed 400 come with cruise control?
I don't. Let me check. So there was a comparison video which I am trying to find.
Also, from just looking at it, a lot of the metal parts have been replaced with plastic parts. There is that. The engine has been down tuned, but that seems to be for efficiency.
Yeah. So okay. So Speed T40 has a manual throttle body control which is cable actuated and no traction control. Speed 400 has ride by wire and has traction control.
Right.
Speed 400 is giving like 40 horsepower and 37.5 Newton meters. T400 is giving 31 horsepower and 36 Newton meters.
Right. Torque wise, they are still very similar then.
Yeah, like the power has just gone down.
Yeah.
Basically, design is exactly same, seat height and everything is same, ground clearance is same.
We'll be putting up comparison photos over here as well while we're talking about it.
I basically have a full video. So Power Drift put out a whole video about it. Yeah, suspension telescopic in T4, Speed 400 has USD fork. Oh, okay. So the T4 has a painted frame and the Speed 400 has a powder coated frame.
Okay.
So aesthetic changes also.
Yeah. Fit and finish will be a little bit compromised.
Less. Yeah, and I think T4 has a smaller size tire also. It has a 140 section in back and 100 in front. Speed 400 has a 110 in front and 150 section in the back.
Right. The front is still 110 on the T4?
No, it's 100.
You sure? I'm reading
Think
Autocar.
so.
I'm reading
No,
Autocar right
according,
now. It says 110 section in the front and 140 section in the rear.
according to Power Drift, it's 100. I don't know who to trust.
We have two publications saying two different things. But yeah, definitely the rear tire has gone down in size.
And it is a 23,000 rupees difference in the
Yeah.
bike. So I think it's fair. It's basically fair to have this. Because for someone who can't afford the Speed 400 might be able to get the T4.
See, now what I don't understand in this particular segment, right? So, if you are spending upwards of 2 lakhs on a motorcycle, is the 23,000 rupee price difference really going to be the make or break in your decision? For you?
It can be actually. Actually,
Yeah.
it can be because, yeah. So if you see, the big difference is like if I talk in my experience, you can go from a Hornet to my bike within that price range.
Okay.
Because if you just increase your budget a little bit, you can go from a NS 160 to a NS 200.
Yeah.
So it's that. But all of this is understandable because a lot of people don't need the things which Speed 400 has, and it's
Okay.
basically extra money
Okay.
you are paying because a lot of people don't care about these things in India. They just need to
Fair.
have a good motorcycle. Like, to be honest, I like raw motorcycles more. I don't care about traction control or the only thing which I could probably care about is ABS, and that
Yeah.
also I actually don't need because my brother's R15, which I also ride, does not have ABS at all in it,
Yeah.
and it still works for me.
Yeah.
So
Progressive
yeah,
braking is all you need basically.
yeah, like
Yeah.
it depends on how you ride and how skilled you are. Like for me, it does not really matter कि भाई मेरे पास सारे electronics ये वो होने चाहिए you know. So for someone, okay, if someone like me is buying a Triumph Speed 400, I would rather go for the T400 if I want to save some extra money.
Okay. Fair.
And in those like 23,000, you can get a good helmet, good gear for you.
Makes sense. So if your budget is 2.5, the T4 might make more sense. If your
Not
budget,
2.5, it's 2.17 actually. The Speed
yes,
400 is 2.40.
but like in the 2.5 budget range, say if you are able to extend further to the 3 lakh
Little bit,
budget
yeah.
range, then you have leftover cash after buying the Speed 400. But if you want to buy a motorcycle and have leftover cash and your budget range is 2.5, your better bet would be the Speed T4.
Yeah, yeah.
Makes sense. Cool.
So that is what this is about, and it is actually a very good marketing thing which Triumph is doing because it's basically saving them money on because it's the same frame and everything is the same
Yeah.
engine.
Yeah.
They are saving money just making it a little different.
Yeah. And
They
also
will
they're
sell
using
more.
cheaper parts. So at the end
Yeah,
of the day.
using cheaper parts and they will sell this more actually,
Yeah.
according to me.
Now, in my head, the way that Triumph is pricing this makes it a little bit iffy, right? Because the money that they're saving on using cheaper parts, they are not transferring those savings over to the customer entirely. Because I feel like
Yeah.
they per motorcycle they're saving more than 23,000 compared to the Speed 400.
Oh, 100%.
So like
100%.
for sure this motorcycle in my mind is less for the benefit of the consumer and more for the benefit of Triumph India.
Yes,
Rather
yes,
more for the
100%.
benefit of Bajaj in that front.
Yeah. Like, so basically what they did is the difference between KTM and Bajaj. They just did that with the Triumph within itself.
Essentially, right.
Yeah. I would, to be honest, at this point, I would buy a fucking Dominar.
Or even now,
To be honest.
here's the question I wanted to ask you, right? When we are looking at Speed 400 versus Speed T4 or 4T, would I have
T4, yeah.
Yeah, Autocar is calling it the 4T, so we're not listening to Autocar. Awesome.
Yeah.
Power drift it is. ठीक है. So the Speed T4 compared to the Speed 400, the price difference between these two is very similar to the price difference between the Speed T4 and the NS400Z.
Okay, this bike is better than NS400.
Yeah?
NS400 is not a capable 400cc bike actually.
But it does make 40 bhp.
Yeah, but at top ends, I don't think NS400 is doing as capable as this bike.
So at that
So
point,
even-
you're
even
paying
the-
for the frame, more or less.
Yeah, even the Dominar is better than the Dominar 400, not the 250.
Of course.
Dominar 400 is better than the NS 400.
Okay.
NS 400Z is actually better than the 200, less than the Dominar, kind of in middle of that.
Okay.
It's kind of, it works. Okay, its direct competitor would be the Apache
RTR 310.
RTR310. Yeah.
So, if I had to ask you, what would you prefer to buy between the Speed T4 and a Dominar 400?
I would go for, personally, I would go for the Dominar.
Same.
Yeah, it's just the Dominar is just heavier, nothing else. But Dominar, if you see it, the engine is so goddamn capable. It
Yeah.
is so capable, and it's amazing. And it's just more reliable, to be honest. And Triumph, their service is still, very costly.
Exactly. Now,
Rather go to Bajaj.
exactly. Now, if you're trying to save money and you want that same engine, same, I would go for the Dominar over the Speed T4.
Yeah.
And that is the reason why Triumph and adding that to their lineup didn't make sense to me personally.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's a Triumph. People will
yeah.
just buy it for its
For the
name.
name, yeah. And
the
Triumph
same-
will make bank. Triumph will go home with a big bag.
It will. They will get that bag, and it's just the same thing, I think, which is up with the Husqvarna also.
Yeah.
Even the Husqvarna is also the same fucking engine. It's capable, but it's fucking expensive because it's Husqvarna.
Yeah. Oh, also, yeah, we discussed this after we were done filming our last episode. When we were talking about the different bikes that are getting the Bajaj 400 engine, we completely forgot that the Husqvarna existed. We're sorry, Husky. we love you. We love you too.
We forgot about it because nobody is fucking buying their bikes.
Exactly.
To be honest.
It's a dope bike. It's a good looking bike. If you're into minimalism, that's awesome. But dude,
You don't
have you
want
seen
that.
it? I've only seen one Husky once at Biker's Barn.
I have seen Husqvarna, but the 250 ones,
The
not the 400
250.
ones.
Yeah. Yeah. So wrapping up the Speed T4, I would rather buy a Dominar, and you would also
Yeah.
rather buy a Dominar. Cool.
But I think it's a good initiative by Triumph, because maybe after this they will go into a more lower capacity bike, maybe. And if we get that from Triumph, I would love that.
See, but Speed 400 is already in the global market for Triumph. It's already their beginner bike.
I'm talking about India, bro.
So like Triumph India. So now we're talking full Bajajification of Triumph.
Yes.
We're talking Triumph 160s, Triumph 200s.
200s, yes.
Let's
200s,
go.
I think, is fine. 160 we don't need. We already have too many Pulsars in the
Too
market.
many
Too many
Pulsars.
Pulsars.
Please don't do it,
Oh.
Triumph. Don't do it. I got
Pulsar.
confused last episode just talking about how many pulsars there are.
There are like fucking 7 different Pulsars in the
Shit,
market.
dude.
And like Pulsar has
Let's
four different 125cc engines. They are not even the same engines. They have 4 different 125cc engines.
okay.
I don't know why.
Let's dedicate one of our future episodes to talking just about
Pulsar.
Bajaj. Not even just pulsars, but Bajaj and what are they doing? What is Bajaj
They
doing?
are they are ruling the market. That's what they are doing. They are ruling the 200 to the 125 to 200cc market. They are
And
ruling
now
that shit.
they're even trying to rule that 400 market with Triumph and with KTM.
They already did that with the Dominar. They
Yeah.
did rule the market with the Dominar actually, because nobody is making as better 400cc bike as a Dominar, and there is no competitor for Dominar because Dominar does not actually have a segment.
Yeah.
It is an all-rounder bike.
Yes. Yes, sir.
It does not fit any segments.
But that also makes it a damn good motorcycle, honestly.
Yeah, it's an amazing bike. Like its capabilities are very good.
Like
And
if you're not looking for a purpose built motorcycle, but because India is the land of one bike garages. We like Kevin and I are the rare people that have more than one bike to at our disposal.
yeah,
Right, and there's also a couple more people in our group. Varun has more than one motorcycle. He's got
Varun has fucking 3-4 bikes.
Varun has bikes, right? So we are not the regular Indian market. For the majority of the Indian market, one motorcycle to do everything, and for that, the Dominar is honestly perfect.
Yeah, like any person who wants to, go for touring, they want to go for high speeds also, want to cruise or anything. Like Dominar is something which keeps up with like super bikes on Indian roads
Yeah.
because it is capable of going 180 kilometers.
Yes, sir.
So it is a damn capable bike,
Right.
and it is reliable as fuck because it's still a Bajaj.
At the end of the day, and being a Bajaj, service cost.
Cheap service, everything cheap, very
Hell
cheap.
yeah. Now,
Parts are cheap.
yeah, so at the end of the day, what I want to wrap up the T4 with is I would rather have the Bajaj
The
name
Dominar.
on the Bajaj engine and get the Dominar.
Yeah, I think any Bajaj bike you buy is good. Other than the fucking Avenger. Avenger is shit.
Yeah, Avenger makes no sense to me. I haven't ridden one. I don't want to ride one. The only thing I think
Exactly.
is sensible about the Avenger is a very low motorcycle and it's cheap. So
It's the look. It's the look.
it's the look, and also if you're short, if you're very short,
Yeah.
Avenger makes sense for you. Like
Yeah,
I've seen like 5'2",
It's for
5'3"
people who are
people.
5 foot. Yeah, 5 foot people. It's good for them
Exactly.
because girls actually, a lot of girls prefer the Avenger. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Because the height seat.
Exactly.
And it's good.
But now we have different bikes entering into the low segment also. Like Meteor is honestly
Yeah.
better than Avenger.
Yeah, but
I know you don't
again-
like Royal Enfield, but
No,
I
okay,
like it
Meteor
more
is
than the
actually-
Avenger.
Yeah, Meteor is more respectable than the Avenger, but I'm just saying I don't feel like Meteor is a lowered cruiser bike like the Avenger. Like it doesn't feel the same, it's not
It's not that laid back. Yeah,
Yeah, it's still very upright.
fair enough.
Like it is a good cruising bike, like it feels like more of kind of like city bike more
Yeah.
than a cruiser.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I think that's why they introduced the Super Meteor, because Super Meteor is
proper
the
cruiser. Proper cruiser.
Yeah,
But now Super Meteor is a 650, so
exactly.
completely different segment and
Yeah,
way more expensive.
Yeah, and I think the only bike which is a competitor to the fucking Avenger is the Intruder 150. These are the only two bikes. Intruder is Suzuki.
Oh, cool. I haven't seen it on Indian
These-
roads that much.
Because it got discontinued after like 1 or 2 years because nobody was buying that.
Fair enough.
So yeah, these are the only two cruisers in the lower segment we have.
Unless it
That's why everybody's
obviously.
using a fucking Harley. Yeah. Oh.
Okay, so wrapping up, we've talked about a lot today.
Yeah.
We've started with new motorcycles that have been announced or launched or are coming out. We've talked about EVs. We've talked about
Yeah.
hybrid
Helmets.
cars and EVs.
Hybrids,
We've
EVs.
talked about helmets. We've talked about how did we get to helmets from all of that? That's awesome. Nice tangent.
We were talking about track and their certifications and just gear in general.
And then we ended it with
This is the reason why we started the fucking podcast.
yeah,
because
dude. We don't want to talk
It would be
about just that
conversation.
one thing. Fuck that.
Yeah,
So, yeah, and
go
we
into
ended
these
it with-
random conversations.
We ended it with another new bike that has come out from Triumph, which is not really a new bike. It's a downgraded old bike.
Yeah,
And from that, obviously, I feel like we'll end up having a rant about Bajaj in every episode. Because what the
It's
fuck,
inevitable.
Bajaj? What the fuck, Bajaj?
it's inevitable, why? Like Bajaj is everywhere in India.
Nah, but they're doing great. They're doing great. They're doing great.
It's
And
good. I like Bajaj. I have owned a Bajaj actually.
and we
Pulsar
also
RS.
ended up having a little Dominar fanboy section, which was great.
Yeah,
Nice. Chalo, cool. So that is an episode, bro.
that is it. That is it for today, bye. That is it for today.
That is it.
And,
So if you found some value in this podcast, please feel free to share it with other people that think the same way as Kevin, me, and you. And I hope you enjoyed.
we will have new topics and maybe some more people on the next episode.
And
So stay
most
tuned.
probably one topic will return, Bajaj.
Yeah, Bajaj.
Alright, thank you for
Okay.
watching. Sonic Surf signing off.
Bye.
Bye.